This is my channel, and I'm taking it back from the people who think they can threaten me into silence. There was a lot going on behind the scenes the last 2 years, and I'm not going to talk about the specifics or give any more attention to it. I've spent enough of my time mired in this disgusting situation, and I just want to move on with my life. You might have noticed that I'm no longer on Twitter, and I don't have a business email linked anymore. There is a reason for that, and that is all I'm going to say about it. I know all this vagueness is probably frustrating, but it took me 5 months to dig myself out of a dark mental state and decide if I even wanted to come back after what happened. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to relive anything that happened in the last 2 years, okay? I hope that you understand. The only reason I'm mentioning this is because you deserved an explanation for me going dark for 5 months, and now that I've given it, we can leave that nasty business behind. I'm back, and I just want to play The Sims, critique some content, and enjoy content creation again. Let's get started. So what content is coming to the channel in the near future? Well, nothing is really changing. You're still going to get critique videos and Sims gameplay. The only thing that is changing is how much you're going to get. Would you like more content? I don't think anyone is going to complain about getting more content. On the gameplay side, I'm working on a story series about building up a town from empty fields to a bustling town in The Sims 3. I'm also setting up a bizarre Sims 3 RNG challenge that I know is going to be crazy to complete, but I believe I'm up to the task. Since these are both in development, that's all I'm going to say about them right now. If you would like to hear more about what I'm working on, please check out my YouTube memberships. I've outlined everything that I'm working on, even stuff I haven't spoken about yet, for my seedling support group members. My members are the first to hear about and see the content I'm making, and they also get way more than undying gratitude with exclusive videos and early access to my Sim series. If you are interested, there is a link in the comments. I'm also going to need your help filling up these worlds that I'm building, so I'm opening a limited time offer on my Buy Me a Coffee page where every tip will allow you to create a Sim for my world. Just buy me a coffee, tell me what you want in the messages, and I'll do my best to make it. Keep in mind that this works best if you can boil down your Sim into an idea or a short sentence. For example, when I created my last Sim Standing series, people gave me recommendations for contestants, like a pastel goth Sim, an old scallywag pirate, or a mean granny. You could immortalize yourself, give me an idea for a Sim, or have me make something completely random for you. Who knows, your Sim might get married to a Sim I'm playing, have their own families and become friends with my family, or become my Sim's arch enemy. If I create a Sim for you, please keep an eye on my community tab page because I'll be posting completed Sims and updates to their lives there. I'm planning on making a private video showcasing the whole town when it is filled and occasional updates on what your Sims are doing with their lives. I'll have a link to my Buy Me a Coffee page and my community tab in the comments below too. So besides these 2 Sims 3 series, what else am I working on? Well, I'm kind of tired of people telling me what I can and can't talk about on my own channel, so I'm creating a series called This Week in the Simsverse, where I'm going to talk about things that I want to talk about as well as what happened in the community that week. Most often it is going to be a critique of content posted that week, but I'll also have special events like the first inaugural episode where we are going to take a look at the Growing Together content released to the platform and seeing if it's worth watching or not. I'm pretty sure most of it won't be worth watching, but we'll never know unless we look. Can't wait to see all the lame 100 baby content, even a certain someone who's done it 3 times now, and the 7 toddler challenges that all play out exactly the same because no one has any creativity. I think this is going to be a jolly good time, and I can't wait to see what other people consider content. I'm also working on a video about Little Simsies content, and my only thought while I'm putting it together is, why do people watch her? Granted, I've not watched all her content, but the stuff I've randomly chosen is just boring, lazy drivel. I picked an episode of her legacy, found it rather lacking, and decided to go back a whole generation to get a better idea of her legacy, and seriously, the Sims were different, but the same things were happening in that video too. It was an eye-opening experience to see what a creator making $500,000 to $1 million a year considers content. I've also realized that I can't cover everything I wanted to talk about in one video, so I'll probably have to make dedicated videos on certain series like our 100 Baby Challenge in the future. We aren't just going to talk about Little Simsy though. I have a few other creators and a few other series I want to cover in a dedicated video as well, but I want your help too. Who should I check out? What series do you think are the best or the worst? I need all the recommendations that you can give me. I know for sure I'm going to talk about BuzzFeed's 100 Baby Challenge because that series is just the most boring 2-year slog backed up by BuzzFeed money, and I don't really get the appeal of it. There's also some weird stuff going on the back end of that video that raises the question, how did a channel BuzzFeed size get a 23 million view video when dedicated Sims channels haven't gotten anywhere near that ever? Riddle me that, Batman. Is the content just that good, or did someone pay YouTube for some algorithmic help? I find the whole situation fascinating because people think views equal good content, but that is hardly true in most cases. Especially when you lose over 50% of your audience from episode 1 to episode 2. Big oof.